Jubilation. Tinubu award Nnamdi Kanu amnesty, prepared to stop the court trial from continuing. All right, my dear listeners, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is finally prepared to stop the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as he is ready to grant him amnesty. In fact, the court of appeal has also stepped into the matter as the old the old trial, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was granted freedom and acquitted, has given evidence to prove of his evidence. One of the very strong um, and leader and Senate Chief Whip by name Idumogu, who came in intervention as other Parliament Tinubu to grant Nnamdi Kanu freedom, believing that his freedom will go a long way in helping Nigeria to brace up. Now, looking at this very information, a former lawmaker in Lagos State, Sir Jude Idumogu, has appealed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to grant clemency to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is finally prepared to leave prison. Now, will Tinubu really adhere or concur to this very call for clemency? That is number one. Then number two is that Idumogu, in an interview with NAN on Sunday in Lagos, has urged Nigerians, including Igbo leaders, Southeast governors, to speak with one voice by appealing to the president to grant Kanu pardon. He said that such pardon, if granted, will help Nigeria to have a peaceful stay and a successful 2027 general election. Now, which I believe will go a long way in even giving the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu uh, a proper recognition. I don't know if Tinubu can really give this a proper check. This is not the only person that is calling for this. Um, Even before I think Mbazulike, before he died, he visited the former president of Nigeria, late Muhammad Buhari, to also do the same, promising him that the freedom of the IPOP leader will give kudos and respect to his administration and will also help him to end well, of which the Indigo will forever remember and have it in record that it was his administration that did the needful for the freedom of the IPOP leader. Now, according to him, he said, I want to plead with our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to grant the prerogative right in the context of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as it relates to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is most commonly associated with the prerogative of mercy or the power to declare a state of emergency, as these are specific executive powers outlined in the Constitution. Now, he said below are the prerogative of mercy. One, he said, granting a pardon, full or conditional, to any person convicted of an offense. Two, he says, substituting a less severe punishment for the one imposed. Hmm. Yes, I tell you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will, on the other hand, be the one to gain this. That is, if he can concur and agree to this very um, demand. Now, this very clemency that is being demanded for by this Senate, he said that this very power is to be exercised on the advice of the Council of the State and is intended to provide leniency in cases of justice or humanitarian consideration. For example, the prerogative has been referenced in discussions about posthumous pardon, such as the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, he said, I want to plead with our President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to kindly see the need to use political means to grant Nnamdi Kanu clemency. I want to appeal to all well-meaning Nigerians, not just those from Igbo extraction, to help plead with Mr. President to use his good office to release Nnamdi Kanu. If this is done, I believe the insecurity in the southeast will be less out. My people, this lawmaker has really spoken perfectly well. In fact, he has proved that he is different from the Southeast leaders. He is also a Southeast leader, even is a senate is a senator and a very good representative of Ndibo. My dear listeners, I want to tell you that there is nothing different from him and these our Igbo leaders. It's just that the other Igbo leaders are only speaking for their own advantage. They don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be released because they believe that they are the ones behind the sponsoring of these criminals in the southeast who are causing mayhem and also making the southeast to experience unrest. You understand? So they believe that the freedom of the IPOP leader will eradicate all of this and put an end to this rubbish. I want to give a kudos to this very leader because he has really proved his innocence, and also he has proved beyond doubt that he is genuine. He is genuine when it comes to leadership in the southeast. Thank you so much. You see, aside from Chief Einaya Abaribe, I want to say that this is one of the persons that I have really seen sincerity in leadership in the southeast, and I want to really appreciate him for that. For that, it's a very much welcome situation. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's rare to see a gem like you. Yes, despite being an APC chieftain, you never mind what anyone will say to you or do to you. You still stood by the side of the truth and also call on the other Igbo leaders to do the same. Thank you so much. Once again, I thank you. All right, my dear listeners, based on what already have just been said, you've heard it anyway. I would like to bring you in and also to make you understand the situation on ground. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also send messages to get you updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you. This is the Lord TV.